Respected Shri Injeti Srinivas, Chairman, International Financial Services Center Authority, Mr. Somasundaram PR, CEO and MD of World Gold Council in India, Mr. Shivanshu Mathur from MCX, Mr. Ashok Gautam from IIBX, respected guests, presenters, representatives from industry, academia, and regulators in the government. My greetings to all of you at this 6th edition of the conference. We started this conference in 2017 as a means of getting together industry, academia, and government, both parts of the government, in an industry which is somewhat fragmented and does not really have the scale and efficiency that it could potentially have for the country, given that we are, in any given year, the second or largest consumer of gold in the country. It's an honor to stand before you today on the occasion of this conference, and I'm truly grateful for the support that we've had in being able to bring our intellectual pursuit of doing research and providing insights to the different stakeholders as a neutral entity based at an academic institution. I'm told today is a very auspicious day, and there are a lot of events, weddings, etc., which are happening. So it was not easy to get a location here in Delhi, but hope we are lucky to have one. And thank you to all of our honored guests for being here on this occasion. I extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you at this conference. So for IGPC, for those of you who are here for the first time, the center is conceptualized as a contribution to the Indian industry. We have to thank World Gold Council as the initial funder for this whole business. However, our agreement with World Gold Council has been extremely clear every time that the center will operate as an independent entity within the overall ambit of providing research-based insights and advocacy to different parts of the industry. I'm really, really happy with some of the things which have happened in the last 1.5 years especially, but especially over the last 1 year. A key one being the official launch of the India International Bullion Exchange at the Gift City in Gandhinagar. To me, this is a very landmark event for the industry, which will help consolidate and help make the industry a lot more efficient, increase the transparency, increase our ability to be able to be a price maker rather than just a price setter. And it has been a pleasure to have worked with IFSCA, with IIBX, and thanks to all of the gentlemen who are representing IFSCA and IIBX over here today. I'm particularly thrilled today to have more representation amongst the participants from a key part of the government/regulator, which is the Reserve Bank of India, because progress in this field, progress in the industry of gold requires that the Reserve Bank of India also come on board wholeheartedly with a good understanding and a roadmap of how they think gold can go further in the Indian financial system as a whole, which is where the remit of RBI comes in. And then, of course, there's the industry part. And we believe that a lasting solution to these issues can come through collaboration, engagement, and implementation. And this conference is part of that collaboration and engagement process, a forum where free and frank interactions can take place in a less than formal atmosphere. My thanks to the sponsors of this event, World Gold Council, MMTC PAM, Sequel Logistics, Brinks, and MCX. Your support serves as a great encouragement for academia and indeed for the industry as a whole. Normally when we host an event in Delhi, we have to be mindful of the environment from our side. And as you would have noticed, the conference has hired EV cabs this year. So those of you who are staying at IIC and others, we have just made EV cabs as the one. Our conference this year is quite packed. We have more events, more people compared to the last 2 or 3 years, and I think that we will have plenty of food for thought and hopefully Some ideas get developed further during the conference and are then taken to the appropriate people for implementation. Hopefully some new ideas come up from the presentations, which will be done by many different people based on the research. And we have tried to cover all the topics from mines to markets because there are so many different things. Since our regulator from IFSCA is also present over here, I should mention to him that one thing that India is completely lacking in, and I can tell you that I'm saying this from the IGPC perspective rather than anybody else's perspective, that we do need to have sufficient amount of mining in the country. We don't really have anything, 1.7 tons in the last year. Without that heft of some local production, the efficacy, potential efficacy for the industry becomes less. And so whatever the conference, regulators, RBI, etc. can do to help that process would be very useful. And to make that process, we are in a unique situation because of the lack of mining. We can actually institutionalize processes right from the beginning, which make it completely transparent. Some blockchain-based processes can be put in place. And so we're looking forward to time to dig deeply into all of these issues, amongst them this one, and hopefully to have a very productive and engaging session with research presentations, discussions, and chats, the equivalent of what these days are called as fireside chats, for some engaging new ideas to come up that we can all then think about and hopefully implement. Thank you once again for your time, for being here. Look forward to the conference.